What's up, guys? Jake Bomb 45 here to do weekly Star Wars The Clone Wars episode reviews. This was season 4, episode 8, and the title was called The General. And overall, this episode was really good, a great follow up from the last episode. And in this episode, Rex's group had to basically go and take control of the Umbaran's Air Force because the Umbarans were using that in order to drop supplies to each of their basically they were leaving supplies like weapons and all that stuff, and that was really hurting the other groups. And in this episode, also, we get to see more within the character of Krell because in this episode we find out that Krell is a pretty good general and he gets the job done, but he's one of those generals that has like the most clone casualties, within any other general. So that was pretty interesting to know. And basically, to me, Jedi Master Krell treats the clones like cattle. They're nothing more but they're just basically kind of like dogs of the military. Like they can get like he just uses them so freely. With these suicide missions. And in this episode, Rex's group had to go in and stop the enemy's defenses so that they can get to the supply lines. And basically, Krell's plan was to go through this narrow roadway where it was really narrow, and basically go by it and take care of the enemy forces by force, without no plan, no sneak attacks whatsoever. And the clones were really getting sick of Jedi Master Krell. They was like, does he not like hate clones, or what is his reason behind this? And in this episode we also see Commander Rex. He's a loyal clone trooper. And clones are always supposed to listen to the Jedi generals, no matter what. And even though their personal opinions aside, Rex knows he has to listen to them. Unfortunately, he doesn't agree with all of his plans, obviously, but what can he do? And so, as they're walking by the roadway, they see like this giant worm-like machine comes out of nowhere, and this mechanical worm thing was actually looked pretty cool design, and basically had shields where they needed rockets, and it was basically just wiping out some of the clones. And then Rex comes up with a plan to take the rocket launchers and make like a rocket launcher unit. And basically, they shot the rockets at the worms, and it worked greatly, and it destroyed the mechanical worm. And then in order so they don't have to worry about more of them, Rex comes up with this plan in order to like booby trap kind of like one of the areas where the worms will come to us. And so they drew attention to the worms, and all the worms just basically exploded, and it was a good plan. And the next, as they're continuing on their mission, they come up with another new machines. And the Umbarans, I have to say, they're pretty technological when it comes to warfare. I mean, these machines look pretty impressive. And basically, these machines, they was like giant crawlers, and not even blasters or rockets could work at them whatsoever. They were invulnerable to all the troopers' weapons, and they were basically like slaughtering like a wave after wave of clones. And Krell, Commander Rex contacts his Jedi Master Krell and says, he has a plan in order to sneak two clones into like the enemy base, and then basically take two of their aircrafts and then use it against them. And Krell was like, unacceptable. You have to go by the book. You have to go straight war, straight through force. And I'm thinking to myself, this is a stupid idea. You don't go by force against giant machines that could like wipe out 10 of your men with one shot. But Jedi Master Krell doesn't see that. And the same excuse that Jedi Master Krell keeps using is that they're um, their mission is to help the other battalions, and the other battalions are, providing cover fire and all that, and that's all he keeps saying over and over again. Like, keep thinking about the other battalions, but he's not really thinking about his battalion, and he thinks like stealth missions and all that are a waste of time. But Rex was like he kind of like waited while his men hold off the crawlers, like Fives and another clone trooper, I don't remember his name. They go in with a stealth mission, and they're actually very successful as they they make a huge distraction, and basically they go to the enemy's aircraft, and the aircrafts look really complicated because it seemed like it has something to do with motion, whatever, with the person's hands, and then how to fire and all that. And at first they had a little rough time dealing with it, but surprisingly they were able to master it. used it very well. Then they came back to the Rex's group, and they basically owned everybody, all the crawlers. And once all these mechanical vehicles were done, you know, Krell saw that, and then he said, "Oh, very impressive." And then it was just one scene where Krell is just looking straight, and then you can see his eye. It's like yellow, and then it's like the fire, the reflection of the fire. And I don't know what's that supposed to mean, because there's a, I don't know if this might be a little hint or something, but who, what is Krell's true objective, you know? Because it seems like he's, you know, using these clones so recklessly that kind of like he doesn't really have any hope for them. And honestly, looking at his viewpoint, I would think like all my clones are gonna like get killed if they keep doing what they're doing by pure force. And I just don't get it. Maybe he is a corrupted Jedi. You know, if he was actually to be corrupted after this four-parter saga, I would actually be surprised, because you know he's Jedi Master, and you know if he were to get corrupted, that would actually show, you know, a lot. You know, and so basically, you know, they take the Commander Rex and his group. They take command of you know, the Varans in the air supplying route, and they basically stopped it, which was a good thing to do. And you know, Krell basically gives like Commander Rex a little lecture, and then he just walks away. And you know, the clones just look at him like, man, he's not a true general at all, you know. And that's pretty much how the episode ends. So, like I said, this episode was really good. We saw more development with Krell, and we found out more about him. And who knows what Krell's true objectives are? Maybe he, you know, wants to, you know, sabotage the whole group. You know, maybe he, but like I want to see. Well, actually, who knows? Because it's a little weird. Because I know his eyes yellow, and I know the different species that have eyes that are yellow. But usually, when you have like a yellow eye, and then you have like that red like circle around it, that means that you're touched with the dark side of the Force. But I don't think that happened in this episode when we saw that. But just kind of like sheer disapproval, I guess, you know. But Jedi Master Krell, I really hope in this saga we get to see the clones actually rebelling against Jedi Master Krell. We see that first like moment of like betrayal, you know. Like say for instance, Commander Rex just, you know, says screw Jedi Master Krell, we're doing this plan, and they become successful and all that. And who knows? Maybe Anakin will come back and straighten things out. But anyways, this episode was really good. You guys comment below your thoughts on the episode. Did you like it? Did you dislike it? What were your favorite moments? Once again, you know, that's what we all want to see in this Clone Wars series. You know, straight up clone action. That's what we're getting. And you know, I know a lot of people will probably be pleased by this episode and the next two episodes to come after this. So once again, thank you for watching. If you did like this video, please subscribe for more great reviews. And please like if you did like this video. And thank you again for watching. And I'll see you guys later next week. Peace.